Hey everybody, it's Maddie here. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my nails at home. I do gel nails and I use builder gel to do my nails. I'll show you from start to finish how I do my nails, how I remove my old manicure, and of course how to apply the builder gel and paint fun designs. These are my nails I did. I did a Christmas set of nails since it's almost Christmas time and I haven't even had one set of Christmas nails yet. Anyway, let's go do nails. This is what we're starting with. This is what my nails currently look like. I had this really pretty cat eye silver color on my nails and I absolutely loved these nails. They looked so pretty. Well, before they looked like this with all the gross grow out and all that stuff. And then my right hand looks way worse. As you can see, this one I already fixed. It already has fresh builder gel on it because I broke this nail and I had to immediately fix it. These two are fine. This one, I chipped the front of it and I just filed it down short because it was a mess. Normally, I don't let my nails go this long in between new manicures, but we're finally doing my nails. Before we begin applying new product to our nails, I'm gonna go ahead and file off this old product that I have on my nails and then also these other couple nails on my right hand. Whatever's going on in my right hand is a lot of mess. Just forget about that. And to remove this old product, I'm going to file it off with an e-file. I have all the products linked in the description in case you want to get any of the stuff I have. These are the 3 drill bits that I use. This first one is a little bit that has little teeth on it, and this is the one I will use for removing product. I do not use this on the natural nail bed because this can damage your nail because it has those teeth on it. So I only use this when I'm removing the bulk of a lot of product on my nail. The second one is a drill bit with an arbor band on it, so this piece will actually come off like this, and these are little sanding bands that you can replace, which is really nice, and these are pretty gentle, and I normally use like a medium grit arbor band, and I'll use this to smooth out the surface of the nail after I remove the bulk of the product. And then this last one is a flame bit, and this is one that I will use to prep my cuticles and stuff, and I'll show you how I use that when we get to that part, of course. But starting with the removal, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the e-file, and then I also have here a dust collector, and I like to have this running whenever I am doing any filing, especially with the e-file because a lot of dust will go everywhere and you don't want to be breathing that in. So if you plan on doing your nails like pretty consistently, I definitely would recommend getting one of these because they work great. To remove the old product with the e-file, I will take the drill bit and I will go down the nail like I am doing here. I'm also not putting too much pressure on the nail bed because you want to let the e-file do most of the work for you, because if you are putting a lot of pressure on the nail with the e-file, then the e-file will actually heat up and it can burn your nail actually. You really just got to be super gentle and go slow with this, especially if you don't know how to use an e-file. I don't have a tutorial on how to use an e-file for beginners, but I was thinking about making one, so let me know down in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. But pretty much I will just go on each of the nails, just filing off the bulk of the product and getting all of the color off the nail. Alright, so I went ahead and used the e-file and I just drilled down the bulk of the product that was on my nail. Now, as you can see, I still do have product on my nail, and I did do that on purpose just because I don't file down that product all the way down to the surface of the nail because I don't want to risk injuring the natural nail bed with the e-file. The only time I make sure that there is no product on the nail is if I have like a lifted area of product on the nail. I will always make sure to get all of that off the nail, because if you were to leave a little bit of lifted product on the nail and then apply more products on top of the lifted area, you could have even more lifting on that next set of nails. So always make sure you want to get some of that lifted product off the nail. I normally don't have too much lifting issues except on this hand just because I am quite rough with my right hand, and you can tell because my left hand looks great, but my right hand, sometimes I do get lifted areas. Like right here in this corner, as you can see, there's a little bit of lifted product right there. And you never want to like take that and peel it off because that is actually going to remove layers of your natural nail off and then you damage your nail like that. So don't do that. Always file off that lifted product. And I'm actually going to go ahead and remove the product on my right hand right now. So I'll go ahead and show you how I'm going to get this lifted product off my nail. So anytime I do have a nail that is lifted like this, what I'll do is I'll just take that drill and I'll go over the surface that is lifted and I will just slowly file that thinner and thinner until it just kind of pops off pretty much. As you can see here, it is very thin now because I filed it down quite a bit, and then I'm just going to keep going over that area, of course being super gentle, and then that little piece just kind of falls off. But you do need to be very gentle when that piece does come off because underneath that is going to be your natural nail and you do not want to use that drill bit on your natural nail. So be very careful and take your time getting all of that lifted product off the nail. And once you get that lifted part off the nail, I went ahead and just switched the drill bit to that arbor band, and then I'm just going on the entire surface of the nail, not applying too much pressure, but I'm just using that to go ahead and smooth out the entire nail and the transition from the old product and my natural nail bed. So pretty much if I had lifted product, that's what I do. But after I remove most of the product with that drill bit that has the teeth like I did on my left hand, next I will go ahead and put on the arbor band, and I will go ahead and smooth out the transition of product to natural nail with this arbor band. And I'll just smooth out anything that needs to be smoothed out. And I also will use this bit around the side walls and then the cuticles because I can be a little more detailed with this bit. And then after that, we can trim up our nails because these are too long for my liking. Alright, so now my nails are pretty smooth and they just have that little bit of product left on the nails. Now for trimming down my nails and shaping them, I just use a plain file. This is a 180/100 grit file, but as you can see, it is very used. So it's really not as coarse as it used to be, but that's fine. For shaping your nails, there's no really wrong way to do it. Really, you could do square, you can do round, you can do pointy nails. It really does not matter. What I'm going to do today is shorten my nails, first of all, because they are way too long for me. I normally like short nails. They just like to grow out. So I filed these down. Wow, look at the difference. All right, that looks pretty good. As you can see, I filed down quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do that to all the nails just so I can make sure I have the same length on each of the nails, and then I will file the corners to make them my normal round ovalish type shape. And ta-da! Now I have square nails. Look at that. To do my normal round shape, what I will do is file them till they look like a square, like this. And then I will go ahead and take my file and I will take off one of the corners like this. And then I will go ahead and take the same amount off of the other corner till it looks like this. And then I will transition that into a point on each of those sides like this. Just kind of smoothing out the corner right here on these side walls. As you can see, you got like this big dip on the side walls. What I will do is just go ahead and take my file and smooth that out like that. And then I will do the same for the other side. And now you have a little round shaped nail. So that's pretty much how I shape my nails, in case you're wondering. So go ahead and do that to the rest of the nails. Ta-da! All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shape the rest of this hand, and then I'll show you how we will prep the cuticles. All right, all my nails are nicely shaped the way I want them, and they feel so much better now that they're short. They were just too long before. Anyway, I went ahead and switched to the flame bit on my e-file. Now what I'll do with this e-file is I'll go around the cuticles like this on one side whenever the drill is spinning this way. So that way you're going against the way the drill is spinning. So when it is spinning this way, and I'm going it this way on the nail bed, I will go and I will prep half of the cuticle, so like this side of the cuticle. And then also with this drill bit, you do not want to go like this into your nail because you're going to drill into the nail like this. You want to keep this parallel to the surface of your nail bed like this, and then go along the side of every cuticle like this. And then what I will do is I will switch the direction of the drill bit, and I will go to the opposite side, doing the same thing, going along the cuticle area like this. Again, not drilling into the nail, but keeping it parallel to the surface of the nail. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the drill, and to be able to tell which way the drill is spinning, I'll just like go ahead and put it on my finger, and I can feel that it is spinning this way. Like, woo, it's spinning this way. So what I will do is I will go this way on the nail, like going against the way the drill is spinning, you know, instead of going like this, because then you may lose out of control. And then I'll just go ahead and go along the surface of the nail. Now that I prepped this side of the nail bed, I'm going to go ahead and switch the direction of the drill, and then we will do the same thing to the other side. And now your cuticles are prepped. Once you've removed your previous manicure and prepped your cuticles, you are pretty much ready to go to apply product. Now, before we do that, we do need to clean the nails. So what I will do is I will take some of this isopropyl alcohol, and I have just a little scrubby brush here, and I'll go ahead and put some of that onto the brush like this. And then I will go ahead and scrub each one of the nails nice and clean. You want to scrub them pretty good because this is going to remove any excess oils that you have on your nail bed. It'll just clean your nail real good. And now you can see how clean the nail is. Now we can go ahead and start applying some products to our nail. So here I have base and top coat, the builder gel, and then just some gel nail polish. I'm probably not going to use this color, but I'm just showing you as an example. And also, if you haven't noticed, I really like the Beetles gel products the best. So starting off, we're going to start with a thin layer of this base gel. They call it their foundation, but it's just a base gel. And with this, all you need to do is just apply a nice thin layer of this to the entire nail surface. You don't need too much of this product. You just want like a really light layer. And then go ahead and cap the tip of your nail Just taking the brush and going along the tip like this, just like that. And then I'm just going to apply that to every single one of the nails. Go ahead and take your time with this because you don't want to get any of the base gel or any of the gel that we're going to be using today on your skin. And you also do not want to like flood the cuticles or have any of the gel on the cuticle because that can cause lifting as well. So just take your time and make sure to keep all that gel just on the nail bed. Ta-da! Just like that. And then in my nail lamp, I'm just going to go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. Ta-da! Nice shiny nails. And now we can go ahead and apply our builder gel. Now this is what's going to take the longest time to learn how to apply because we're going to need to make a structure with this gel. It's not just like painting on like a thin layer of nail polish or anything. And I'll show you how we're going to apply this. Now don't forget to have patience because this does take time to learn and get good at. So on my brush I just have a little bit of that product, and what we're going to do is we're going to paint a thin layer of this onto the entire surface of the nail. And this is going to be called the slip layer. You want to make sure that this is still wet when we apply more product to this. A lot of people always ask me like, am I supposed to cure the slip layer? No, you need this wet. This is just a map for where you want the rest of the builder gel to go. So apply that to the entire surface and make sure you get close to the cuticles in this side wall, and then you can also cap the tip of your nail now as well. So now we have just a thin layer of that builder gel. This is not cured or anything, it's just wet and everything. Go ahead and get more of that builder gel on your brush. So this is like going to be our blob, and what we're going to do is we're going to take that blob and we're going to put it on the nail like this, and we're going to go like all the way down the nail, kind of swooping it back and forth, not going all the way to the edge of the nail over here, but keeping that in the center of the nail, and that's what's going to make a nice structure for the nail. And the gel's going to do most of the work for you, so you don't need to move it around too much, but what I like to do is just let that sit and kind of settle into the place that needs to go. Now as you can see, it's not all the way close to my cuticle right there, so what I'm going to do is fix that by taking the brush, and I wiped most of the product off, and I'm just going to go ahead and push a little more of that to the cuticle because I want there to be a little more product there, and then just kind of move with the brush like that. That looks pretty good. Sometimes if you let this sit too long, a lot of that product will sink down to the sidewalls. You don't want too much product on the sidewall. So as you can see, it's kind of getting a little thick over here. And to fix that, what we're gonna do is just go ahead and turn our hand upside down. And gravity is just gonna pull that back to the center of the nail because that's where you want the highest point of the nail to be. And that's gonna be called your apex right here. This is like your apex, the center of the nail. So just go ahead and keep your finger upside down till you see kind of that product coming back to the center of the nail. Okay, that seems pretty good. And once you are happy with the way everything has laid, you can then go ahead and put it in your lamp to go ahead and cure that in place. You'll go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds, but since we are going to be putting our hands in the lamp for each of the nails, I just like to go ahead and cure each nail for around 10 to 15 seconds, not the full 30 seconds, because at the end, I'll make sure that they're all in there for 30 seconds to get a full cure. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I just put that in there for like 10 to 15 seconds. And now we'll go ahead and move on to the next nail. So I'll show you again how we're going to apply that. So starting with a little bit of product on our brush, go ahead and paint on the slip layer, which is just that thin layer of gel that's going to be still wet. Cap the tip of the nail. Go ahead and get a bigger blob of gel on your brush and just place that on the center of the nail and flowing it down to the tip. And now I'm just going to let that sit and kind of like flood out and smooth itself out. And actually that turned out quite perfect. I actually love the way that one turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that one in place for 10 to 15 seconds, just like that. And now we can move on to the next nail. I just finished putting all the builder gel on each of the nails, and then for the last cure, I always make sure to cure for a full 30 seconds just to make sure every single one of the nails cures fully. But now they are all nice and pretty and shiny. Now when you do cure the gel, it will have a tacky coat on the nail, so like this shiny stuff is tacky and gross, as you can see. So what I like to do is go ahead and remove that just because it bugs me. And to remove that, I just use a little bit of the isopropyl alcohol on a piece of paper towel, and I'll just go ahead and wipe the surface of the nail just like that. And I'll do that for every single one of the nails just like that. Now it does take away the shine of the nail, but that's okay because we're going to be putting gel polish and a top coat on top, so it'll be pretty at the end. Now at this point, if your application of the builder gel didn't come out as perfect as you wanted it to, you can take a nail file and just smooth out the entire nail surface. Like if one side of of your nails thicker than the other, you can go ahead and take that nail file and file down like that thick side to make it nice and even. But I'd like to spend more time on the application process, so that way I don't have to do any filing afterwards. But if you need to do some filing, you can do that here. But now we're at the point where we can apply our gel polish and paint some designs on these nails. Hey guys, it's actually the next day. I ended up going to bed because I was tired, but I'm back and now we can start painting some designs on them. So since it's Christmas, I want to do some Christmas designs, and I have a whole bunch of colors of gel polish. These 3 colors, can you guess what kind of theme I'm going for? I'm gonna do some candy cane nail designs and stuff. Before I begin painting any designs, I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe my nails with some of that isopropyl alcohol just to make sure my nails are nice and clean. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, I forgot, I also have some nail stickers. I have these like little bows. Here I just have like a little piece of tile, and I'm just gonna put some colors on there that I'm gonna use. There's my 3 colors. I'm gonna start with red. We'll see how this goes. This could be a fail, but I have an idea. Now that I have done it, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like this. If you just need to wipe off your mistakes, just go ahead and take a paper towel with your isopropyl alcohol and just wipe it off. Yeah, I did not like that. That did not turn out good. I need to figure out what else I'm gonna do. I ended up not doing much designs on my nails. This kind of always happens. I always end up with simpler nails than what I originally thought I was gonna have, but they turned out pretty anyway. I did 2 coats of the sparkly red color, and I cured that for 30 seconds in between each of the layers, and then I used those bow stickers and I just put a bow sticker on top of one of them. It was really pretty. Okay, so I ended up painting them solid red, and then I put a bow on them, and I like the way they turned out. I think they're cute. It's kind of a simple nail design, but you know what, the last 4 sets of nails I've done have been simple, so that's okay. I like simple nails, I guess. But after you do all of your designs or just paint your color on, the last thing you need to do is apply a top coat. Again, I'm using a Beetles top coat, and if you don't want to do like any color or anything, and you just want to finish your nails off with just like the plain builder gel color, you can put a top coat just straight on top of the builder gel. So for the top coat, you can just go ahead and apply a nice thin coat of that to the entire nail surface, and of course don't forget to cap the tip of the nail. Ta-da! Now they look super shiny. And now with the top coat, you want to make sure that you cure this for a full 60 seconds instead of 30 like we have been doing. So go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds and you can see the final nails. Ta-da! And there's my nails. I actually really love the way they turned out. I know I wanted to do like candy cane kind of nails, but the little simple bow, it still looks really nice. And I do like the sparkly red color. It turned out really pretty. It also feels so nice to have short nails again because those long nails were kind of out of control. But anyway, I love my nails. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions, because I love answering questions in the comments. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe, because I'm currently doing Vlogmas, so I'm posting every day of December up till Christmas. So new video will come out tomorrow. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!